Did you see the other article about how it's like these environmentalist groups are saying that we have already enough homes, enough land to build, and that we don't need to use the Greenbelt or expand outside the urban boundaries?
I don't know if they're activists. They're just normal people. I see a lot of normal people like on TikTok going like, hello, there's something shady going on here.
The
This
group
was
who did the
unnecessary.
study's name is let me look it up.
Dead
Environmental Defense. The report released by Environmental Defense. Come on.
environmental defense
Environmental Defense
of
released a report
um
of what? The Environmental Defense. I clicked on the link. They're called environmentaldefense.ca. Okay. Protecting Ontario's environment, yours to protect. So they did a study. Okay. Where if you look at their blog, they have like one article and it's this one. And so they basically have just done a study to say, I mean, it's a very like logical study where they said, okay, how much land is out there, what land is owned, what land is suitable for development, what's in the urban boundary already, what land has maybe even been cited for more density, but just hasn't been acted upon. And the flaw with this, is who owns the land?
yeah, is it even for sale?
But that's the difference. Is it could all be developable, but if it does not, if the owner has no intention of developing it, then what good is that land to be developed?
That's
Right?
why, yeah.
We know the land that was released from the Greenbelt and these other areas were targeted specifically for their ownership. Okay.
But TK, which
What?
apparently I say your name too
Too much,
often,
Darryl. Stop
way
saying
too
my name.
much. I love saying your name. I say it in my sleep, TK.
I heard.
This plan must have been put into effect more than like a couple of years ago, because some of those properties have been owned for quite some time, have they not? I know some have been more recent than others.
Most of them were bought around the time when the Greenbelt was enacted. The Greenbelt Act was enacted.
That's what I'm saying.
Most of them. So it was bad timing for them. Is that the government switched?
Was it?
Bad
Was
timing back
it?
then. Yeah. Most of them that I know about. But then there are a bunch that over the years have been bought for dirt cheap. But then there was a few that have sold within the last 18 months.
I still
Suspicious
think
transactions.
I think
Numbered
if you
companies.
look back in history that it was way further back, and
Though I just know about the ones that I've been looking at in the East End. I haven't been looking at elsewhere.
yeah, I mean, why would you
My dad's got a guy who
why
bought
would you
something.
keep the land for like 10 years or more if you didn't think that this was going to happen, or didn't know that this was going to happen at some point, or didn't think that you could influence it happening at some point?
Two reasons. One, either you paid dirt cheap and so you didn't care and hanging on to it made sense anyways, or B, you overpaid and there was no way to get your money out over the last 20 years because no one would pay you because
Right.
you bought it as developable land and then it became undevelopable.
And
So,
in the end, both scenarios worked out beautifully
yeah.
for a couple of families.